Rashad from Tunisia.
My question is, what is Hadith Ahad and why many shuyukh say we should ignore them? Jazakallah khair.
Wajazakum. Rashad from Tunisia, he says, what is Hadith al-Ahad? This is a technical terminology known to the scholars in terms of defining the hadith. What is the hadith? And they classify it to hadith mutawatir, hadith that was narrated by Bukhari and Muslim, which is one of the highest levels after the mutawatir, and a hadith that is mustafidah, that is so widely spread but doesn't reach the level of mutawatir. And then they come to a hadith that is known as ahad. Ahad comes from one, which means that the levels and the stages of narrators, each stage and level has not reached the level of tawatur, of having so many people in one level. So if the hadith was narrated by one companion, they consider this to be ahad. Though it is so famously accepted and well known, yet they label it as ahad. It's a technical terminology. Now, latecomers and people of innovation like al-Mu'tazila and those liberals and those secularists and those who want to discredit the Sunnah as a whole, they use this technical terminology to tarnish the reputation of the Sunnah. So they come and say, no, 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 we will take only al-mutawatir. Because Quran is mutawatir, we will accept the hadith that are mutawatir. What do you mean by that? The mutawatir hadiths are a handful. So few. So yeah, ahad is not necessarily indicating that it is true and gives us the certain knowledge of its authenticity. It might be, it might not be. And this is not the way of the Salaf. The Prophet ﷺ, the companions, the Tabi'een, the Tabi'at Tabi'een, may Allah have mercy and be pleased with them all, they all accepted Hadith al-Ahad. And to show you that these guys want to only tarnish the Sunnah and discredit it so that they would dismantle Islam from the foundations, you go and read the Sunnah itself. When the people of Quba were praying Fajr, and one man came from the companions and shouted at them that last night a verse was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ that the Qibla has been transferred and changed from Jerusalem to Mecca, to the Kaaba. So it was 180 degrees. While they were praying, none of them said, okay, this is a one person. Can we implement his narration, which is ahad? Or should we wait for 5 or 10 more witnesses to confirm this? No, they immediately acted upon it. When the Prophet used to send messengers, he used to send one person, not a handful of people just to confirm one another, which means that this is totally not kosher nor legit.